Havana and Washington have made progress in restoring diplomatic ties. Negotiators for each side have been in talks for 2 days. It's believed that soon the U.S. and Cuba can reopen embassies. For more on Cuba-U.S. relations, CCTV's Daniel Winches joins us now from the newsroom.
Well, Mike, the situation is this, that after this period of estrangement that's been about 50 years in the making, we have a situation where these two leaders in December decided that they would sit down and try to work out a diplomatic accord to restore diplomatic relations. Now we're looking at the nitty-gritty, and despite this desire, there are some problems along the way. Cuba wants to be taken off the US list of state sponsors of terrorism, a designation that imposed sanctions on some companies doing business with the Caribbean island nation. Washington is expected to make that happen within days.
The meeting was held in a respectful and professional climate. We have continued to make progress.
Respect, yes. But Cuba doesn't want a future batch of US diplomats to have unrestricted travel and the ability to talk to anyone on the island.
Both delegations agreed to continue the exchange on aspects related to the functioning of diplomatic missions.
Suspicions remain that the US is seeking to interfere in internal politics. Cuba's leaders have complained about the journalism training programs offered at the US interest section in Havana, which could be upgraded to an embassy, claiming the teachings aim to undermine the Cuban government.
We have continued to request funds from Congress for various activities in support of the Cuban people, but I've also been clear that those programs have changed over time since they began in 1996. I can't say what changes they may have in the future.
Perhaps the most obvious breakthrough during the visit was that Cuban journalists were able to ask questions for the first time at a White House briefing. And responding to one of those questions, the press secretary, who you just saw there, said that President Obama hopes to go to Cuba before he leaves office. And it's just one sign that despite all of these difficulties along the way, the political will is there at the highest level. And now they will continue talking. Mike.
All right, Daniel Winches live from our newsroom. Thanks so much. And back in Havana, Cubans have increasingly been looking forward to restoring relations, but there are mixed reactions to the speed of this process.
I think this is taking too long, this accord. In the end, they should just reach an agreement respecting the differences. In the end, we live in a world where we're all different from one another, and we must learn how to live with it.
This is a very delicate case. Historically, we know the situation between Cuba and the U.S., so I think they should take the time that's really necessary. Not hustle, not too long, but that they manage to solve the problems that they have to really solve in the time that it should take.